everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today, and it is today, it's like literally 12:30 in the morning, I am going to be doing a look with my Shop My Stash items. So let's just get started. So hopefully it isn't too long. Famous last words for me. Primer is the Primark Prep and Perfect. Oh, it's a rainy one today, so it's dark out there. This is so hydrating and soothing. This primer from Primark. If you can get your hands on it still, you should. It is really lovely. It's got hyaluronic acid in it as well, so it's so nice. I don't know whether I should start with my eyes first because I think, excuse me, we're using the Wilderness palette, but I think what I'm going to do is maybe just do a wash of one colour over my eyes today. I'm not entirely sure. We have not decided. I went and put my hair half up, but anyhow, let's get a wee brush. Actually, we should put some prep on. So this is the Balm concealer that I have got. And we are just going to apply it right down like that. Doesn't have to look neat because it's just getting used as a base as well. Got Lady Gaga stuck in my head. Right, I'm going to take a wee sponge here. These are clean, but they just never seem to take all the stain. I put my sponges inside an old sock, tie it with a bauble or a hairband, depending what you call it, and I throw them in the washing machine. Groovy, baby. Right, so I'm going to go into the shade Snow, which is the matte shade first. And we're just going to take that all over the lid there. This is a MUA F11 brush, which is really good. It's angled and it's just so soft and lovely jolly. I'm wondering if I should dull it down. Will that make you see me better? Maybe it will. Okay, we'll dull it down like that anyway. Now we are going to go into the shade, oh, I'm not sure at all actually. I think I'm going to go for this Marigold shade here actually, because I really like the look of that. I'm just going to use the same brush, tap off the excess. Oh, that's a nice shade. And I'm just going to press it into where we want it. Woke up with a right dry throat. I finished my first book of the year, people. I read on my Kindle and I use the Goodreads app, which is free to get. And every year they have this thing on it where you can set yourself a reading challenge. Last year I inputted to read 50 books and I read 59 books, so I've set it for 60 at the moment and I've read one so far. I highly encourage you to join me if you like and set yourself a Goodreads app on your phone or your Kindle. I've got it on my phone and my Kindle, the app. And set yourself a reading target. I read every single night. There might be the odd night that I don't. And like last night, I woke a couple of times, as I always do. Sometimes I go straight back to sleep, other times I can't get to sleep for pain or discomfort or one thing or another. So rather than lie there, which is what I used to do, I read. That colour is very subtle, as you can see. So I'm going to go into, what's that one called? Sunrise, which is the orange mat in here. And it was a really good book, actually, really good book. I enjoyed it, which is another reason why I probably read it quickly. I think I started it over New Year. And then it is, as I am filming this right now, it is the 3rd of January. So it's taken me a couple of days to read it. So I'll start a new one tonight. So that's good. Oh, these are nice colours. Now normally I'd hold my brush further down and let the brush do the work, but I've been quite liking holding it further up and having a bit more control. But then you can take it back down any way that you like, I suppose, couldn't you? Very nice indeed. Now, I think we are going to go for Fossil, which is this shimmer here today. And I'm just going to use my finger. I think this is more of a tauper shade. Whoa. Yes, it is. It's more of a tauper shade. Now, the reason I didn't do my foundation or that is for that reason alone, in case there was any fall down. Look at the quality of that. Isn't it just amazing? So I'm taking it like from the middle of my lid right into the inner corner. And I bet you thought I was going to go straight for those greens as well, didn't you? Well, I never. Right, I'm going to go step away from the palette just now. I'm just going to use this wee brush here just to lightly blend it in. I'm sure as the day goes on, the pigmentation of the shimmer will fade. Okay, next up, I'll do a tiny little bit of concealer. I'm using the LA Pro one. This is in the shade Natural. I got these off of eBay, brand new. And I have two shades. I've got Natural and I have Porcelain. I think Porcelain is probably more my colour. This is more like a salmony kind of corrector colour, which is fine because the dark circles under the eyes. Whoa! Throw the sponge away. It's real. These little sponges are from Boohoo and they're so nice and soft. Now I know I still have glitter particles under here, but today we're going to do a bit of reverse contour. We're going to do contour first and then we're going to put foundation on. So I'm going to use the Revolution concealer in Deep Caramel, which is the dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury one. And we are just going to do it a bit at a time because I always forget if this one dries really quickly. And we are just going to do a bit of that. Now, I have come down slightly too much, but as I say, because we are going to... I don't have the best cheekbones, so we'll try and create a wee bit. It's definitely not as good as my beloved new, Makeup by Mario, which is like my favourite ever. At the moment anyway. Yeah, no, it definitely is. Between this and the Charlotte Tilbury one, I would say the Mario one is 100% my favourite. I highly recommend it. And I'm so grateful to Laura for getting it for my birthday Christmas, because she's a babe. Because at that point, it wasn't readily available here. But now that we've got Sephora UK, we can get some of his stuff. Let's deal with those 40 chins. Quite noisy, this brush, is it? This is just a little Primark brush. It's kind of like a dupe for that really expensive NARS one. That I don't even know if they still do it anymore, that NARS brush, but so that's a nice bit of contour. Now, I am going to, I'm doing this in reverse order. Try this. This is the Cloud Paint in Storm. I saw a video from Nina Abudu. I'll leave her link, and she shows you how to do it. I'm not doing it exactly to the way that she did it. This blusher I find quite daunting because I don't know, like, look at the shade of it and the way it goes on. Look, do you know what I mean? Like, that's quite mad, right? But bear with the process, because we're putting on underneath and then putting our foundation on. It shouldn't, hopefully, she said, look so bad or as crazy, because it's pretty damn crazy. Oh my god, it looks like it's the same with the Mitchell blushes. I mean, I know that you don't need much of them, and I know that it looks crazy, but trust my process here, and let's hope it works. Now we're going to go in with the Hydromaniac. I'm going to take some of that on the back of my hand. And my foundation brush by Bobbi Brown. And we're just going to start applying that to the face, making sure to take it down the neck. And as I say, as you can see, it tones it down a bit. My hair's starting to fall out. My hair is so fine, honestly. I was trying not to make this video too long, but who am I kidding? I know my partner was saying with my first video that I put out, he wonders if everybody actually watches it right to the end or skips through some of it. And I was like, well, I'd like to think some people, maybe not everybody does, but I like a long video myself, but I suppose we're all different. You can let me know in the comments. If I knew how to edit, then I would, but every time I go to trim the clip, it seems to take out the bits I want, so see what I mean? Let me just dim the light down a bit. You can still see the blusher, but it's not as intense as it was. So that's a nice wee trick that I learned from that Nina's channel. Okie dokie dokes. I mean, obviously you can add more on if you were just like, that's not enough. For brows, I'm just going to use some of my Soap and Glory Archery, and I'm just going to use the clear gel actually, because My eyebrows are a riot any place. So next we're going in with my Park Avenue Princess bronzer and a huge big brush because that's my preferred way. Smells so good, this bronzer. And we're just going to bronze up the face. So we've got a bit of colour back in there. Down the neck. Beautiful. Okay. Now I'm going to add a bit more concealer, but I'm going to use this Kiko one. Back in with my sponge. I don't know why, but if you stretch your face, it stretches the skin a bit, makes it a bit more toned. And then I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter and my little puff from Shane Glam, and we're just going to set that, and it looks flawless. I'll just have a look myself there. I also am going to use my setting spray now, which I forgot to do yesterday at this stage. This is just the Illamasqua hydrating one, which I just got in my mouth because I was too busy chatting to you there. This will just meld everything in a bit, so I'm just going to take a sponge and just dab it in, especially where I've just put the powder. Then we are going to go into highlight from the Doll Beauty palette, and I am going to take Shine Bright, which is this one up here. Oops. Or not is exactly what we're going to do, is we are going to shine bright because we absolutely love these highlighters. They are, I mean, look at it, immense. Love it. Right, let's take a liner. I'm just going to use a black one. Top and bottom. A waterline. I could do try doing a wing, but I'm not. I'm going to use the volume side of this Huda one because I haven't used this one yet. I really like this mascara. Lovely. And then last but not least, we'll do some lips. I'm going to use MAC Whirl. And MAC Honey Love. Might end up putting a gloss over this because my lips are so dry. And this is a matte. I'm going to put some of the NYX This Is Milky Gloss and Salted Caramel over it. is my look using my short moustache. What do you think? I really like it. Here it's all falling out. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, click the bell to be notified of when I next upload, and I'll see you next time. Bye.